Oh, hey, welcome. We have a podcast. You should listen to it. Let us entertain you.
Yeah, we're gonna entertain you like this.
That's hey, that's a little too much energy.
Oh,
Like
okay.
we're not doing accordion. We're gonna be nice and calm. I'm really bad at this. But yeah.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast. Woo!
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Frogs and Grog.
Welcome back, my Greggy frogs.
Today we are talking about overrated games.
Yeah. Disclaimer: these are games that we find overrated, that we just didn't find as much fun in. That a lot of people do. Again, video games, very wide variety of them. Some of them are more niche than others, so people like what they like. But
Very
these are all games that,
subjective.
these are all games that either both of us or one of us have played and just hasn't enjoyed as much as we thought we would.
Yep. For the comment question of today, we're asking you guys what your most overrated game is. So the game that you just don't like, but everyone else around you really seems to love.
Mm-hmm. Let us know. Let us know in the comments.
Oh.
Right.
Yes.
Do you want me to kick off the list here?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start from the top of the stuff I've written down here.
Yep.
I haven't personally played this game, but I've seen it played, and it just doesn't really appeal to me as much as a lot of people.
I remember this game was all over YouTube for a short
Very
amount of
all
time,
over.
and then again later, I felt like there was a kind of revival of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah. The first game on our list here is Untitled Goose Game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit more niche, but also at the same time, it's pretty well known. I don't know. I can't say it's niche because it was kind of everywhere for a while there, and
Yep.
that happens with some games. They get blown out of proportion because they get super popular with people playing them online and stuff, or on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But this one just doesn't. It's not as fun as it looks. It really isn't. It's just a puzzle game, but you're a goose.
Yeah,
it was
I feel
creative. It looks good and stuff like that. But it's just the gameplay isn't very.
Yeah, I feel
I don't know,
I feel like the problem with this one specifically was overexposure, and
Yep.
another big problem was also just there's not a lot of replayability, I feel like.
Yep.
And another disclaimer, we're really into replayable games.
Oh, definitely. I mean,
So-
I've got almost 1,000 hours in Terraria, right? So
Yeah,
I
so
play that
replayable
game over and
games.
over. Replayable games are the GOAT. Well, you want to hit us with the next one, Levi?
Yeah, so the next one we've got on here is the Call of Duty franchise.
Yeah, all of them.
There's too many of them.
Yeah. The Call of Duty is a very popular franchise, but we're also just not into shooters.
Yeah, we're not
In general.
FPS gamers.
And I've tried some shooters. I enjoyed Halo. Halo is one of the greatest games of all time.
Halo, Grand Theft Auto 5,
Grand Theft
technically
Auto, I agree.
a shooter, but
Yeah. I personally also really enjoy the Ghost Recon franchise. Very good franchise. But Call of Duty is just, it's kind of mid. So
yeah.
my brother really enjoys the game, but it just isn't appealing to me. I've played some Call of Duty games, but I think I played Black Ops 3, which we're on 6 now. There's so many of them.
Oh.
But I played Black Ops 3 with my friend before, and he was super into it, and I was just kind of I don't know.
Yeah. I can't
Not really
get
my
into
jam.
competitive shooter games. It's
Right.
rough.
Right.
Um
Speaking of competitive shooter games, right? The next one is Fortnite. Fortnite
Battle Pass.
Fortnite has spawned some hilarious stuff. I've played Fortnite as well. I've not played Lego Fortnite. I do want to try that, but I consider that separate because it's completely different game mode. But Fortnite is extremely overrated. Every single game I played with my friend, we won and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty cool. But
Yeah.
another shooter, online shooter, Battle Royale. I just don't like that stuff.
I agree. And I feel like the graphics of Fortnite are iffy at best. I feel like I
Some
would
people,
enjoy playing PUBG more
yeah,
than
oh yeah,
Fortnite just because the graphics and the way it
yeah,
looks.
that's fair. And like, don't get me wrong, the graphics for Fortnite, like, we don't like them, but some people adore the graphics of Fortnite. I'm just like, okay,
I think it's because they're like children graphics. And I think that's
yeah,
what it's going for.
yeah, it's more like cartoony and stuff, and that's definitely aimed at the right audience, right? But yeah,
Mm.
we're an older audience, and we enjoy just games that are more detailed. So
A little
whatever,
more
not a big
grizzly.
deal. Grizzly, yeah, like
Grizzle.
Garfield Kart, bro.
Like
Oh,
Garfield cart. Oh.
it's dude, it's an absolute it's like it's a massacre every time we play that game.
Yeah.
There's just blood everywhere. I
Oh,
mean,
this
hides
episode's coming out
everywhere.
before it should be this Friday that we're releasing
Ah,
Garfield Kart 1 episode.
yes, yes. We've
Uh
it's even older than the one we played recently. So
we haven't tried it yet, but
yeah,
we're going
it'll be
to.
interesting. It'll be interesting. Okay.
Uh
You want to introduce the next one?
yeah, so the next one we've actually played this one quite a bit, but it's
Mm-hmm.
Phasmophobia.
Yep.
I feel like the problem with this one is it is very replayable, but it gets
Mm-hmm.
really repetitive.
Really, really.
Um, if you guys want an alternative one, you go to Demonologist, because that
That
one
one's
is
pretty dope.
scary as hell.
Yeah,
That one,
that
like,
one's a dope one.
yeah, I feel like it has a more unique, like, look to it as well.
Yep, yep. And
But
like,
yeah.
yeah, I think they both have different atmospheres around them. You know, Phasmophobia is a lot more eerie,
Hmm.
whereas Demonologist is like jump scares everywhere. You know, you're constantly there's stuff moving. There's also different objectives that you can complete other than just figure out what the ghost is.
Yeah.
If they could add more stuff to Phasmophobia, like more objectives, like
Hmm.
obviously they have stuff like take pictures of stuff and find the bone.
But
That
in
also gets really old.
Demonologist, comparatively, they have you, like, try to exorcise the ghost, which
Yeah,
is just so sick.
it's so dope.
It does
So
make for a longer game, technically.
yeah,
So if you're
definitely
looking to do, like, short bouts, Phasmophobia is the way to go.
right.
But if you're, like, in a spooky game mood, it's not very fun to like go there, go back, go there, go back, go back.
Yeah.
I think it's more fun to have like one long spooky experience.
Mm-hmm. Right. And like, don't get me wrong. Am I gonna keep playing Phasmophobia? Yeah, but it's just not up. It has. I don't know. It's just not as cool as it was hyped up to be. You know,
Hmm.
there's definitely some aspects missing and some stuff that's changed. I also hated that they did the whole reset. That was stupid.
Yeah,
But to be
still a
fair, they were
dope
trying to make the
game.
game better.
Dope game. Just I feel overrated.
Overrated for sure. So, next one. I haven't personally played this one, so I don't know a lot about it. I've seen it
Hmm.
played, and it just doesn't look very enticing to me. Stardew Valley.
Yeah. So
This one. I don't know what to
sorry,
say about
you
this
go
one.
ahead.
No. I was just gonna say this one. You gotta carry on this one. I don't know a lot about this one.
Yeah, so
So.
it's a typical farm simulator. It's I do enjoy like short bouts of this game,
Mm-hmm.
but I hear people playing this game for like hours and hours and hours, days at a time, and etc. And I'm like, it's fun, but like I would prefer just to play in like 15-minute bout every now and then of this game.
Right.
It's
Right.
not like for me Terraria playing that game, I could just play for hours.
Yeah.
With
I have played for hours.
yeah, for real.
Yeah.
With Stardew Valley, I feel like I could probably only take about 30 minutes of playing it and then I'd get kind of bored of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe come back like a couple months later, play it again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah. The next
Interesting.
games that we have are the God of War franchise.
Yeah.
Uh, so for these ones, I played I think it's the fourth and fifth or whichever ones they're currently on,
Yep.
like the new 3D ones. I played only those ones, And I just feel like it's not that like fun to actually play the game. It's like a movie.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like movie games, or I
I,
guess games that feel like they're a movie
yeah,
because I like playing the game. But
agreed.
also, yeah, God of War is one of the first games I played when I got PS5, and it
Hmm.
just it wasn't as enticing as I thought it would be, and I was kind of disappointed, honestly, because I think I started playing. I think it's the 2014 is the fourth one or something like that, or 2018, something like that.
Yeah, the one with the it
The kid.
started off the Norse god one, I guess.
Yeah, something like that. But anyways, yeah, I started playing it. I think I have a total of like an hour of playtime in that game, just because it just wasn't as appealing as I thought it would be. And like, yeah, there's some cool parts of the game with the axe and stuff, and like some puzzles you got to figure out. I may have not made it into the game as far as I need to really appreciate it,
Hmm.
but like I don't know. It just didn't really pique my interest. So,
I feel like another problem with it was the combat just didn't feel that good to
mm,
me.
mm-hmm,
Like I like more fast paced combat.
yeah,
And
Elden Ring. Ooh,
yeah, the Elden Ring crispy. But I feel like with that game, like there was a lot of just time,
yeah,
if that makes sense. I
no, that
like
makes sense.
Terraria, Elden Ring, all those games where like you have to pay attention, otherwise you will just die.
Yeah, I agree. They're just unforgiving,
Yes.
and yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like those games too. That's my jam. Next game we got on here is one I'm a little bit more of a professional in. So I've not many hours, but a decent amount of hours in this one.
Hmm.
It's Factorio. Again, this one's a little bit more niche and like, oh, who likes to play this one? But it was like we play a lot of Satisfactory, which is kind of the same idea as Factorio, because it's 3D.
Hmm.
That one I have double the play hours in compared to Factorio, because I played Factorio before Satisfactory came out, and like it was pretty good. It was a little hard to get the hang of and stuff like that, but after a while, I was just like, man, this is kind of like just I don't know. It just did not live up to all the videos I watched about it. And like again, a lot of creators are very good about making the game they're playing very exciting and
Hmm.
interesting, and it just wasn't as interesting as the people I had watched made it
Yeah.
feel like it was supposed to be. So I don't know. I was kind of disappointed, but at the same time, I was like, whatever. Like it is still fun. I haven't hopped on it since we got into Satisfactory because that game is just so fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy that one a lot. Yeah, we do some fun stuff. It's Satisfactory.
Hmm.
The next
Um.
one we could both talk about. This one we played
Yeah.
a decent amount of as well.
The next one is the game Lethal Company.
Hmm.
This one got a lot of hype for a little while, and I
Yeah.
think wasn't it like super funny because like the guy who made it did it like by himself, and it was coming
Yeah.
out at the same time that like all just the shitty AAA games were coming out, and
Right. Yeah.
everyone was just so impressed with this game that one guy made.
Yeah. Yeah. It's something like that. Solo developer or indie developer, anyways, at least. And yeah, there's a bunch of AAA games coming out. And so then there's this one, and a lot of people hyped it up really good, and it was good for a little bit, but it kind of
Hmm.
fell into the same trope or into the same issues as Phasmophobia, because it just got really repetitive really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, it's still kind of an intense game, and there's still really fun aspects to it, but it's just the same thing over and over again. It's still
Yeah.
unique and has its own like functions and stuff like that, but yeah, it just falls into the repetitive without being fun repetitive.
It's grindy. It comes off as grindy, I feel like.
That too. And like there can be fun grindy games, but this one's just I don't know. There's no like the goal is to survive, but it really doesn't feel like any of the effort you put in goes towards anything.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's an interesting game. I like it, but definitely overhyped.
Well, that's our list of specific games that we wanted to cover that we feel are kind of overrated in nature. I
Hmm.
mean, I still enjoy playing some of these, but like rare occasions.
Yeah, definitely
Um,
not as much as I used to.
it's definitely like a mood to play those
Hmm.
games.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, the last thing we wanted to talk about was like movie video games and anime video games, so like games based off of something that's pre-existing.
Yeah.
Um, why don't you start us off?
Yeah. So I don't know. Every single time I see a video game that comes out based on a movie, it just looks like crap.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like there can be good ones. Like there, obviously, the Star Wars franchise is a good franchise of movies, or it
Mm-hmm.
used to be, anyways. I'm a big Star Wars nerd, so I have opinions. But a lot of the Star Wars games were kind of crap. Now there's some gems in there. There's some good gems in there, like the classic Star Wars Battlefront
Mm-hmm.
uh, games were really good. The newer ones I personally don't like as much. And then there's also like Knights of the Old Republic came out, which they would remake that. And then there's the really popular Old Republic MMO that's come out. That's decent, kind of. But like, yeah, there's just a bunch of. Oh, also the I was gonna say the Force Unleashed games, goated,
Oh yeah,
greatest games of all time. Love those
dude, those
games.
ones are sick.
But there's also a lot of crap games that have come out. Again, a lot of these are older. Oh, I totally completely forgot to mention the Jedi franchise, like Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi
Mm-hmm.
Survivor. Great games. Love those games. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of crap ones in there. Like I already mentioned this one, but I don't really like the Old Republic MMO. Kind of wish it had better graphics,
Yeah.
like especially compared to the trailers they make for it. They should be making movies, not games. Um, and just a lot of the older ones. Again, it's not anything to do with graphics, but it's just like they're just trying to make money off of a movie, and really it's just crap games. Like
Yeah.
you can type Star Wars into the Steam library and you get like hundreds of games. Like there's Star Wars Rebellion, whatever that is. There's Star Wars Starfighter. There's Star Wars Bounty Hunter. That's a older one too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's lots of games that are just kind of crap. Like, oh, Star Wars Squadrons was a big one that really just did not live up to the hype that it was supposed to be, and it's just flying as starfighters.
Yeah.
However, Lego Star Wars games, goated, amazing
Okay,
games.
I feel like Lego is its separate category though.
That's
So
true.
like
That's
you've
true.
got movie games, and then you've got the
Mm,
Lego version of movie games or
yeah,
whatever.
which are
Another
amazing.
another one that I've been seeing a lot is like the Marvel Rivals game.
Mm,
I don't know how fun that is, but
I think it's like an Overwatch clone, but with Marvel
that's what
characters.
I thought. I'm so tired of people
Yeah,
making clones of games, popular
yeah,
games, with
yeah.
just characters from popular movies or whatever.
Hmm.
Like that's kind of tiring. And sure there's probably some like differences, but I don't know. I just feel like it's such a cheap way to try to get money.
Right, I agree. I agree a
Another
thousand
cheap
percent.
money thing is like the anime games. Oh, let's
Oh,
take your favorite anime characters and put them in a game, and
yeah,
not put any effort into the game.
yeah. They're always gotchas, and they're just crap.
Yeah,
It's so stupid.
there are a few good anime games I've played.
Oh yeah.
Um, I don't play very many. I don't play a lot of games nowadays anymore.
Hmm.
Work's too busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. I just feel like they're always a cash grab.
Definitely. There's never enough effort put into them. They're always just cash grabs that just aren't worth it.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's pretty much all I have to say about movie video games. They're just
Yeah,
never
same
great.
here.
I think, let's see, is there anything else? Oh, I just wrote they are cringe. I thought it was a completely new line or something like that.
Final notes. They are cringe.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of Frogs and Grog.
Thank you.
Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Stay
Yup.
groggy, and we will see
Stay
you in the
groggy.
next one.
See ya.
Leaving so soon. Hope we see you next time.